Welcome back to part 2, where I discuss the 4 key players that Manchester United will need to be successful next season. And the only place next to start is midfield. And it goes without saying, the player that I'm about to talk about, well, it's pretty obvious, and that is Bruno Fernandes. The guy who scored 9 Premier League goals last season and created 21 assists. The record in the Premier League, the player of the year, well, it goes without saying. Bruno Fernandes will be a key part to Manchester United's success next year. The reason why? Well, he's hungry as ever. He's going to be fit as ever. He's going to be stronger as ever. He's going to be won it more than any other player. He is absolutely a legend at Manchester United. Through thick and thin, the bad times and the good times, Manchester United can always rely on Bruno Fernandes. I mean, the facts are there. Since he joined Manchester United, nobody has created more chances in the Premier League. So why should it be any different next season? It might be a simple video to make. It might be pointing out the obvious. But let me tell you something. Bruno Fernandes, for the first time in a long time, this might sound controversial, is going to have competition. And that person who's going to push him to the limit is going to be Yuri Tillemans. Because Yuri Tillemans' forward thinking, Yuri Tillemans' attacking sense, his goal scoring ability, his passing ability, well, don't be surprised if Bruno Fernandes' stats come down a little because he might have to share the limelight with somebody else. And don't get me wrong, that's what Manchester United won. Hell, I reckon that's what Bruno Fernandes would want. He's carried Manchester United on his shoulders since he began his career at Old Trafford. I mean, it might be controversial to say now, but I actually think that they should go to Mason Mount and ask him politely, or just say to him, son, the number 7 shirt hasn't worked out for you. They need to give it to Bruno because Bruno would fit in any team in Europe. Bruno would fit in any era at Manchester United. Bruno would fit in any era at any top team around Europe. He's that type of player. Super fit, super focused, technical, and just like every top player, yes, he has his moments. He wears his heart on his sleeves. He's controversial. Yes, he can be petulant, but so was Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney was petulant to the point he used to get red cards. So was Roy Keane. If you'd taken them tackles out of Roy Keane, the times where he swung punches at players at Shearer, where he ended Haaland's career, well, he wouldn't be the same player. And the passion that he shows, yes, it kind of is exaggerated when Manchester United are bad. But that's enough of me talking about how he was. How is he going to be in the new team, in a new era under Carrick? Well, I actually reckon having Tielemans and Santos is actually going to benefit Bruno Fernandes. Why? Because we're going to see him further up. This guy is now going to link with that front four. The way he's going to be playing in a diamond at the tip of the diamond, where he doesn't have to come back and worry about defending. You know, you've always seen Bruno Fernandes' heat map, and it's absolutely everywhere. Well, with Tielemans and Santos and Kobe Mainu and another midfielder, if we get one, in that back three or in that midfield positions, in the 8s and the 6s, well, that will leave Bruno to finally be that number 10 up front that we've always wanted. The guy, he's going to come in late, score them goals, score the screamers, the free passes, the balls over the top. It's going to be spectacular. And I reckon Bruno Fernandes is going to be key to that. And that's why I reckon it's a real positive that we've got a player like Tielemans in the club, an experienced guy to come in and kind of share the load. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be, coming in and out of the team. Tielemans and Bruno Fernandes can definitely play together. And I'm actually really excited to see it. Just imagine the interchanging between them. It's going to free up Bruno Fernandes to play that kind of free role, maybe even that similar to Cristiano Ronaldo that we had under Alex Ferguson. Just to leave him up there and let him control, let him just dictate the play, because everybody knows if you're a defender, you ain't leaving Bruno Fernandes up front. Bruno Fernandes up front, around that midfield mark, in the halfway line. So it is obvious to me that Bruno Fernandes, especially with all the competitions we're going to be in, he will probably come in and out this time of some of the lesser competitions. But don't get me wrong, this guy is an absolutely machine. He will be wanting to play every single game, and don't be surprised if he doesn't. You know, he will definitely be, asking to play the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and he'll be key to every success that we have. Now, as I've said, I actually think that he may not get as many assists as he did last season. I reckon he'll actually get more goals and assists because he'll have more of the time if Tielemans and a real number six, or what we've seen of Santos is behind him, Kobe Mainu. He'll have more time to up front to get them goals, be in them positions just in front of the D, coming in late and scoring them goals. Them one touch hits that he always gets right. So that's why I reckon him up front is going to be key to any success we have. And again, a competition that I reckon is going to thrive in. Well, it was going to be obvious to say it's going to be the Champions League, but his bread and butter is the league. I reckon it'll be very consistent in there. But I can see him do really well in the Champions League, just opening up defenses, teams that are coming on top onto us. He just pings that key pass forward. And again, with the other key player that I've already mentioned up front in Brian and Bremo, he's absolutely going to love the fact that the amount of free balls he gets. It won't just be coming from one position; it'll be coming from Yuri Tielemans as well. And if you look at Andre Santos's passes, well, the give and go that he does with his passes, unbelievable. I mean, Man United are set up so far, and yes, we do need more players, but I can see the vision. I can see what Ineos are trying to do here, and solidifying that top four position. What for me is a must. You know, I think it's a minimum requirement. Now, yes, I want us to challenge, but it's going to be a minimum that we don't get into a scrap. And I reckon players like Bruno Fernandes is going to be key to that. And what we don't want from him is him running around, being at left back, right back, centre back, trying to dictate play from all over the pitch, because that's where he gets frustrated when he just starts just worrying about everybody else. And again, a frustrated Bruno Fernandes, well, again, he's the club captain. It affects other people as well around him. So him playing further forward, which I think that's what Carrick wants, and it's going to be key. And that's why I think it's undeniable. But again, it's up for debate. What do other people think? What do you think? Do you think again it will be Yuri Tillemans? Do you think Yuri Tillemans will play further forward and maybe even Bruno Fernandes drop back where we've seen him do before? Again, it's up for debate, like I said. But it could be that. Do you think he'll get more assists, more goals? Do you think he'll be as effective as he was last season, or do you think that finally we'll see a Bruno Fernandes on decline? Will he play as many games as he did before? Because the guy is an absolute monster. He plays so much football. Will this be the time? And will he have a hangover from the World Cup? Portugal were extremely poor, extremely poor. It was shocking. It's criminal how that team does so bad. And probably one of the reasons is their manager, Roberto Martinez. He does not help that team whatsoever. And I'm not going to get the whole Ronaldo debate, but Bruno Fernandes, he'll be hurting and he'll want to come back. And so far, what I've seen, he's gone straight back into the team and he'll be playing the final couple of games of the preseason against Leeds and AC Milan. And how interesting will that be when we play AC Milan, who are managed by Ruben Amorim? You know, so it'll be exciting. It'll be really intriguing, and the new season as it comes quick, there's a couple of weeks left to go, and I reckon Bruno Fernandes is that type of player that will just walk straight back in. But again, you tell me, what do you think? Do you think like me, and is it just a given that Bruno Fernandes will be key to Manchester United's success next season? Let me know, because next I'll be dropping the third video about the third player, and that'll be in the defensive position that I think will be key to Manchester United having a successful season next year. So please remember to like and subscribe, and I guess I'll be back.